Welcome to Reality After Show. Holy shitballs, do I not have a voice? I'm Jonny Fairplay. We're talking Survivor. Wow, it gets worse by the second. Australia Be the World, Season 1, Episode 9. I'm still Jonny Fairplay, even though I don't sound like it, and joined once again, sweet Logan. You're probably my favorite Survivor. Don't tell George.
Back by unpopular demand.
Oh, not true.
Take this over from you today. What is going on with the voice, though?
2 nights ago, I successfully defended the Cruiserweight Championship of the world with the help of Brass Knuckles, of course.
That's my man's. That's my man's.
And I woke up yesterday morning and I go, there's no need to go home, even though my flight and rental car need to go back. Let's stay another night.
You may as well, honestly. Honestly, it looks actually, that's gorgeous where you are. I've got a blanket wrapped around me right now. I'm jealous.
There are 4-foot iguanas everywhere, literally falling out of the trees while I'm talking. It's nuts.
Are you in croc territory or what do you call it, alligator territory?
We have one of them, both of them. So okay. Yes, there's crocodile. There's a fence for a reason.
If this podcast gets interrupted, we'll know why.
Yes. So I just posted on my story on Instagram an iguana from earlier. It's crazy.
I didn't even see that. I'll have to check it out in a bit.
Yes. So, all right. Well, we're talking episode 9. I felt like episode 8 was kind of one of the more boring ones. Episode 9 is like, hold my beer. Here we go. I feel like everything was the right move for my people. I'm not so sure this is the right move for Luke.
I was baffled, actually baffled by this move. I mean, we'll get into it as we chat, but I've sat and I've tried to sit with this feeling for a while, and I still can't comprehend why, how, for what reason. Why, Luke? Why?
I don't see all the maths.
All I'm seeing is Luke going, "Here you go, Parvati. Here's the win."
Yeah, or just in case Suri is the backup plan in case the Parvati thing doesn't work.
Yeah, Parvati's name has not been written down a single time. What do you mean?
Suri's too busy catching her strays.
Literally, it's just ricocheting, heading off to Suri the poor doll. What is happening?
I don't know. This is like, I mean, I feel like everyone took some dum-dum pills and they're ODing.
I'm shook. Honestly, do you know what? I was impressed with Shaunie this episode. She saw herself in that lone wolf situation and she fought hard. She was trying to plant seeds of doubt, and props to her. She infiltrated well enough to put those doubts in, and I'm very impressed. That's the Shaunie content that I've been waiting for. That's what I've seen the past few seasons of her playing, is that's where her good social game is. She is great at just doing these little quiet, sweet Shaunie things. Oh. And I've been looking for it all season, and I don't know if it's the edit or if she's been edited out or if she just hasn't been as involved in this game as I thought she would. But that's what I was looking for, and I'm just sad that was the end.
I feel like there was a lot of Shaunie looking over at Suri going, well, if she ain't gonna do nothing, I ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, but also Justice Suri, how many times is it going to take for someone to get a damn name right? Has anyone?
I think they'll know by the end of this thing.
Do you know what's put me off, though, is I feel like I've heard Janine this whole time yapping about how she's got this really, really strong alliance now with Parvati and Suri. She keeps calling her Siri. And I'm like, babes, how strong is your alliance? If you haven't even you're not even getting her name right. 14 days into the game, 13 days into the game. Not even writing it. You're saying Siri. Come on. You're living with her, babes.
And obviously knew nothing about her. She was just like, I got voted out with no vote. She's like, how does that happen? It's like, I don't know. It's just one of the biggest moments in the history of U.S. Survivor. No big deal.
How do you go into a season like Australia versus the world, where you literally have the eyes of the world watching you and you don't do background research. That's confuses me. Like if it was you, Jonny, you would be studying. We'd be like looking at the cracks everywhere.
I mean, I feel I've watched everything. I kind of already know everything. So what is there really to learn? So, but
Yeah.
as far as like if they were still doing Survivor South Africa, I've
Mhm.
only seen the final season, Return of the Outcast. I would go back and watch every season. I had never seen Survivor when I was cast, and this was 2003. I went on eBay and I ordered every episode on VHS, and every early show interview, they would do the early show the next day and they would explain why they felt they were voted out. I watched every season twice going into Pearl Islands, and went to Catalina to become skin diver certified.
What's skin diver certified?
I learned how to hold my breath, use the Hawaiian sling, all those things. So,
Okay, King, go off.
I mean, well, the way I looked at it, I was 30 years old, and I'm like, I probably have one chance in my life to become a millionaire right now or ever. And I'm like, let's fucking go. I mean, Kirby on episode 1, I've never watched. I hated hearing that.
Yeah. It
So,
is disappointing to hear. I do think that there are some people that really do want to go into the game like completely blind, because I think they feel like that's their best chance. But I think when you're competing against the best of the best in the world,
yeah,
you've got to know their tricks. You've got to
yeah.
know what they're up to. You've got to know their tells. If they've been on 4 times before, like you've got to
There's
see them. You've got
there's
to know
something
when they're
there.
up to you.
Yeah. No, I do agree with the kind of lone wolf strategy that Shaunie brought to the table, because like George called her, but George's like, all right, they've had to have called Shaunie. He's like, hey, did you get the call? And she's like, nope, no one called. She goes, are you sure it's even happening? So, and season 40 of US Survivor was supposed to be rivals. It got changed to Winners at War, and allegedly was the first phone call. And all these people think that I'm on this blacklist, and that that I've been blacklisted from US Survivor. And they're just like, oh, they didn't call Fairplay. They didn't. So I all these people initially didn't call me because they didn't think I got the call, and they didn't want to blow up their spot that they got the call.
Yeah.
And then eventually people start calling. They're like, hey, I know you didn't get the call, but what do you think about this? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, well, I'm not saying anything to any of these assholes because I don't want to blow my spot up. But it's secondly, I'm like, all right, who's there? And of the phone calls I got and the names that I heard, it was 50% of my friends and 50% of people that I don't like. And I'm like, and there was a part of me that's like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have more protection versus people that I know are coming after me? And then I sat back and I was like, you know what? I don't want to send home my friends. Give me more people that I don't like. Those are the people I want to send home.
I feel like, that would be really hard. And we discussed this last time about a potential sort of rival season, which would be, I feel like it would be so fun. But it's also like, yes, they are rivals. But then sort of after the game, there's not that many people that really take the game to heart that badly, that you're truly rivals on the outside.
There's a couple crazies in America.
I mean, I can't speak for the US, but just sort of speaking on my season and the seasons before, and like all the beautiful contestants that I've made friends with, is we were rivals in the game. But I mean, I'm chat to like all the people. I think I called Miles like 4 times today, and Miles and I were at each other constantly. So I think the rivals side would be super interesting. I think in Australia it would be quite difficult though. We've only had 10 proper seasons. So to make it a rivals, it would be challenging. And then the Survivor world in Australia, we're all so tight. Like everyone knows everyone. Even if you don't get along, everyone knows everyone. So I feel like, I don't know, from the Aussie side, there should have been a lot more pre-gaming, and which is, I'm not sure if this is where Shaunie fell down, because I feel like, not that I'm saying that anyone pre-gamed on the Aussie side, but I feel like
they did.
you should have tried at least. And I don't know if she did. I don't know if she didn't. But I feel like she came in with the least amount of defense, and she sort of slid through for a while, which is what she's really, really good at, and which is props to her social game. But then, yeah, we finally get to this episode tonight, and I'm like, yes, that's the Shaunie that I know.
Yeah.
That's the Shaunie that I want to see. And it was just, I feel like it was just a little bit too late.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was probably. I don't know for allegedly, the Golden God did the most free gaming, and look where he went out. So there is something to that.
Pros and cons.
Yeah, but and also as far as rivals and and people leaving the game, disenchanted and with a with a hate pack for life. You guys' version of Survivor is very, like, when I first started watching, my biggest takeaway right out of the gate was, holy shit, you guys are all fucking athletes. You could all kick all of their asses. It's like, oh my God. And it's just, and the shit talk and, and then it's like the challenges, it's just like, oh my God, they're killing each other. And you're all hugging after every challenge. We don't do that.
Australians, if we're anything, we are good sportsmen.
Yeah.
We have great sportsmanship, and I think that translates over to the game of Survivor as well, because we will battle it out, and then we'll give each other a little cuddle at the end and be like, so sorry I hurt you, I'm so sorry, my bad.
We don't have that in America.
That's not we're definitely competitive. Like, Australia is known as a sporting nation, but we're super, super competitive, but we're also just a very laid back bunch of people. We're like, tried to blindside me, forgot about it. Like, I literally blindsided one of my best friends, and she's literally my best friend to this day. So, I mean, we're a very laid back bunch.
We're just assholes in America. We're like, it's just like, we talk shit during the challenge, and afterwards it's like, yeah, still fuck you. It's like, I'm like, hey, you guys ever watch Australian Survivor? They shake hands and hug. So like, even like tribal, like, you guys have like really intense tribals sometimes. Some very mean things are said, and then there's hugs. There's a lot of times on US Survivor, there's no hugs.
There's a bigger there's a lot of times on Australian Survivor where it's just up, and I think it's because we sort of have that mentality of like, you want to play the best game, and once you're beat, but you're just happy that you played and you're excited for everyone else to continue. But there have been some few times that when you are completely blindsided, it's the biggest kick in the guts. And I've seen a few people get up and be like, do not touch me, get the F away from me.
Yeah.
Dare you.
But they're very few and far between on Australia versus US. There's a lot of don't fucking touch me.
Do you think it's more so because that you've been put together with the best of the best, so you have to have that sort of camaraderie or respect for that showmanship that it is a game?
No, I think it's culture. The culture here is we're not. Sportsmanship is not something that's taught. I mean, I'm serious. So it's we literally live in the culture of don't be afraid to step over and on top of someone to get to where you need to be. That's the American dream.
Savage.
It's horrible. It's it's crazy because I'm the biggest bad guy in the history of US television, and I'm the nicest person I know. And I do the wrestling stuff, and I hear guys fuck each other over, and the TV stuff. I know people that'll call and be like, hey, I heard they were doing this, maybe you should take them off the show. And it's like, what? So, and then I'm the nice guy. How horrible. If I'm the nice guy, they must really suck here. Something's really wrong with the world when Jonny Fairplay's the nice American. So, but I mean, but I just think there's just this inherent thing, and it's not getting any better. It's literally getting worse every year. So
I feel like as well, I mean, with the US version now, it's more condensed. There's so many twists. It's not the old Survivor that we know and love, which I feel like has made it more cutthroat in a way as well. So sportsmanship's kind of out the door there.
Yeah, yeah. So, well,
But it is the Aussie way to be very sportsmanlike. So I will give us props for that. I love the Aussies for that. We are very commendable to each other. So
and it's more fun. It's a more enriching watch. See,
yeah,
like, because like as I said, you guys do some nasty shit, and then you're like, hey, no worries.
we're fine.
Okay.
Good. I think there's a big part of it is that there's a lot of fans of the game, and because you are such big fans, like when your torch gets snuffed, by the end of it, I know there's money on the line, but by the end of it, it's like it was just a game and I got like I got good job, I got. I hate that. But like, I'm not going to sit there and spit in your face and say, F you, F you, F you, we're never going to be friends again because it's a game and you got me out. Like, you just didn't want to work with me. If the tribes were swapped at a different time, if I was put somewhere else at the beginning, things all pan out differently. So I'm not going to sit there and yell at someone for voting me out because who cares? Like, at the end of the day, I got voted out. I mean,
and your
I got
money
Survivor. What do you mean? I got to play Survivor.
and second place is the same money as 8th place.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole difference with Australian Survivor and American Survivor. We don't get cash.
Yeah, no, Laura was like, how much? My first season of Survivor, I got, let's see, I got 95 or no, 80. I got 95 grand for my first season.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. I promised Jonny that I wouldn't cuss on this podcast.
I don't know why. I cuss like a sailor. It's okay.
That's crazy. So in Australia, it's like the winner, 500K Australian, which is what, probably like 350K American.
It's $45 American.
And then everything else is daily rates. It's like $100 and something a day. So I think I walked away with about $6,000 Australian for coming 8th, and it was probably the same. It was the same up until the last person in the jury. We all got the same. So very different on our end. I don't know if the budgets are slightly different there.
We get 10 grand just for the finale. So like first person voted out gets 12,500. If you're there 3 days, you get 12,000.
I'm gonna link me up with Jeff right now because the kid is looking pretty poor. I could go again.
Yeah, well, there's you can go back and host is the new thing I hear. We'll get to that. So, all right, episode 9, previously on Survivor. Luke wins immunity, tells Parv he has an idol. Parv rips up the knowledge is power advantage, and we start. It's day 14. I believe, I could be mistaken because I'm looking at my phone taking notes and all that, but I think this is the first time they've said what day it is. And like,
I have no idea what day it was.
Yeah. Well, I think they don't like that it's a shortened season day wise, but they love the fact that it's this super frenetic pacing that makes it different. So they want their cake and they want to eat it, but they want to eat it too. In that they're like, no, it's the same as when we do 45, 50 days, but it's
not. The only time I realized how many days left was when Lisa said she was going to quit, and Jonathan was like, there's 5 days left, babes. What are we doing? And I was like, 5 days? Damn, girl. Like, you're going to quit with 5 days left? Like, that's insane behavior. But then it also comes onto the back of, like, if they're not sort of promoting how short this is, and then people are jumping online and saying, why is this person playing so hard, so quick? Baby girl, it's 16 days.
Yeah.
16, 18, whatever it is, you've got to play hard. Like, come on.
If you're not playing hard day one, you're gone.
Exactly.
So, I don't know if you in your chat with Miles, we discussed yesterday. Apparently, Jonathan was good with the quit and respected the quit, and then the Survivor God spoke in Jonathan's ear, and it's just like, no,
I haven't chatted about that, but I could understand it. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you would understand as well. There is a lot that is cut out of tribal council. There is tribal council you see sometimes for 20 minutes, sometimes you see it for half an hour, sometimes it goes for 2 hours. So there is a lot going on. The one thing I will say for our season, you don't see the producers, you just see Jonathan. So it is back and forth constantly. But I would say if Miles has said that, that would make a lot of sense because, I mean, it is not Jonathan's call to say that. It would have to come from
he doesn't care. Like Jonathan, she's like, she goes, I want to. He goes, so you're trying to fall on your sword and save Tommy, and she's like, yeah. He goes, that's awesome. And then, like, apparently, there's 10 minutes we're not seeing to where Jonathan's face turns me and he goes, you can't do that. That's horrible. And I'm like, Jonathan, 10 seconds ago you were smiling, going, attaboy.
Jonathan loves the drama, and that's what makes him such a good host. He feeds on it. You'll be sitting there yapping away, firing at each other at tribal council, and Jonathan's got his popcorn. He's eating it up. Like, he loves it. And that's what makes him such a good host because he's so invested. So, I mean, he doesn't have the final say in what happens if, say, when Lisa did say she was trying to quit, that would have come from somewhere else. But I do understand where it's come from. They've said that because don't fall on your sword, babes. Like 5 days left. This is like the biggest game in the world right now. Come on. Like, have some, sorry, hang on. We're getting a call. We've got to decline this. It's actually from Sweet, Sweet Laura. Do we want to answer?
The other sweet. Sure.
Sweet Laura. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. I'm just on a podcast with Jonny Fairplay. Do you want to FaceTime or do you not look good? Do you want to jump on? I was on the other night. Hang on, I'm going to FaceTime.
Okay.
Hello.
Special guest.
Special guest.
Hello.
I'm just sitting here in paradise again. I was supposed to leave yesterday. I'm like, no, we're changing flights.
How did you go with your fight?
The champ is here.
The
champ is here. I love it. Look at that.
I don't know if you can see it well.
So here's what happened. It was me versus this guy, Alan Martinez, who's like really good. And the special guest referee was Neil the heel. He's a bad guy. So we're in the ring and Neil checks me for weapons and finds brass knuckles in my knee pad. He's like, Fairplay, what are you doing? I'm like, I totally forgot they were there. I am so sorry. What was I thinking? So then he goes to check the good guy. There's he has nothing, of course. And so he's like, you ready? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, Alan, you ready? He goes, yeah. And then he punches Alan with the brass knuckles. The bell rings. 1, 2, 3. Fastest victory in the history of Boca Raton Championship Wrestling.
Well done.
This is terrifying.
Yes.
Shit.
Terrifying. All right,
sold out.
To add about this, do you have anything to add about this ep that we've just watched before I let you go?
Heartbreak for poor Shaunie. I'm very intrigued to see 2 people go to fire tomorrow, potentially.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Or it's Luke really wants Parvati or Sari to win.
And I can't understand why. Why is everybody underestimating Parv? It's incredible.
She's already damn won.
Come
on.
Letting her get that far, I think it's crazy.
Okay. I'm going to call you back after, but I love you. Say goodbye to everyone.
Bye, Fairplay.
Bye.
Bye,
Hey,
Sunday
we're doing a 4-way dance.
Yes,
you 2, me and Miles. Boom.
Okay.
There's the finale.
Rock and roll.
Let's do it. All right. Love you.
Rock and roll, baby. Bye.
Sorry about the brief interruption, everybody.
So there we go. How cool is that?
Well, if that shows you how close we still stay after Survivor,
Right.
what else there is to tell you? It's 11:10 at night in Melbourne, and she's FaceTiming me. So that's how close we all are.
There we go. Yeah, I just get fart videos from Rhino. It's not the same. It's all right. Well, it's day 14. Parv is happy. Shaunie's in trouble. And we get a flashback. I think, I don't know if we get the video in here or not. Anyway, it's been 17 years of Parv and Sari, and I think we're all here for it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. So, well, I do
I
have
mean,
my note.
apparently Luke's here for it, Lisa's here for it, everyone
Oh,
else
yeah.
is here for it.
Yeah.
They're literally just handing her everything that they have. They're like, babes, you take it out, darling.
There we go. So, Shaunie and Parv understood the bathing suit assignments. Well done, ladies.
Love that for them. They look
They
cute.
were so cute.
So cute. Parv's little blue number, obsessed. Also, Shaunie's just come back from postpartum and like, fuck me, that girl looks good all the time. She looks great. I swear again.
I am just sitting there. I'm just like, oh my God, could Shaunie be any cuter? And the answer is no.
She is honestly actually adorable. And I loved I hated that this was her sort of boot episode and this is where we got to see the most out of her.
I know.
Because this is the content we've been waiting for. But it's just sad because I was like, yes, this is my girl. This is what she's known for. But to be fair, like as a mom, I'm looking at this with sort of a different lens. Her baby was only a few months old once she went out for filming. And whilst it is only 16 days, I believe she was still breastfeeding. And don't quote me on this because I don't know Shaunie personally, but to have that connection with sort of your baby and then go out onto an island where you can't be doing that. Like I couldn't imagine the mental toll that would have taken on Shaunie. And maybe that could potentially be why we aren't seeing that super bubbly persona and someone who is so invested in that social game. I feel like potentially there could have been her mind was elsewhere. And I would totally understand that as a mom, like of a baby, like that's a breastfeeding baby.
Yeah, no, I mean, and to leave your baby who is, that human being that needs you more than life itself to go into battle against superheroes and supervillains in the world of reality television. That's insanity because they don't need you as their number one person in their lives or worlds. Like you're they actually you're the opposite of what they need in their world and life. They're like, we need you gone. So it's
I'm curious whether she accepted thinking that she wasn't going to get far, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And I don't know if she expected herself to get that far or she was doing it to be like, all right, I'm bringing home the bacon. I've just had a baby. These babies are damn expensive. I don't know what was going on in Shaunie's head, but it is sad to see her go for sure.
I could see a scenario in which it's all right. Give me the check. I'm in and out, and okay, if I'm not in and out, then I want it all. I want the win. But I don't think she was playing for 5th place.
Yeah, I mean the Australian Survivor checks aren't that big, so I would.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If I had to guess with no information whatsoever, but maybe a little bit of information, I'm guessing she probably walked out of there with 25 or 30,000 Australian.
Can't confirm nor deny. I know some people.
Yeah. Yes.
Not mine to tell, not mine to share. And I don't believe that everyone was equal. So I have no clue.
They are not equal.
No, not everyone's equal out there. And we can.
Well, some people just say yes when they get the phone call, and others play hard to get because that's always the best way. So, and some people
would have done it for free. So,
well, one person did. One person literally gave their check to someone else that wasn't even there. Hi, Benji.
You are a gossip queen, Jonny. I'm here for it.
That's the tea they're here for. We're pouring it, steaming.
Tea. It's red tonight, as it was the other night. I feel like the whole pod's gonna be like, "Why is Logan an alcoholic?" It's nighttime, guys.
Yeah.
Give me a break. I'm a mother.
Yes, it's good night juice. So, all right. Let's see. Luke and Janine tell Shaunie Saria's the vote. Janine tells Parv that a girl's final 3 is the plan, and I'm like, ooh. To which Shaunie replies by going to Parv. Shaunie tells us, the viewers, she was like, I need Parv to know how dangerous Janine is. So Shaunie goes to Janine to brag about herself, and Janine says, hold my beer, sweetheart. Oh my God. I mean.
And this is my entire portfolio.
hook, line, and sinker. I mean, like, it was like, hey, Janine, would you like to talk about yourself and brag in every way possible that could potentially work against you at the end of this
She did
game?
it exactly like a man would. Like, I have mad respect for it because that's exactly what men do. But I'm also just like, baby girl, you are at the final 6 on Survivor. Keep it shut. Lit.
What is
And
happening?
in the corner being like, and she's the most successful businesswoman. And I'm like, yes, Shaunie, sell it.
Please, more. So, because you see, like, Parv's like, I knew some of this, but she keeps saying more and more and more and more. But I think she actually said enough to where Parv and Sari are looking at her going, there is nothing likable about this. This is who you take.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would be looking at that and I can understand why they're like, yes, solid final 3. Because if I'm sitting there on that jury or sitting on the final 3, no votes are going to Janine for me. There's no votes. Who is giving a millionaire more money? Like, but then again, you've got Parv sitting there as well, hopefully.
If your Parvati is like, that money's long gone. That money's gone.
I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get why sort of they lock in those big sort of those people that kind of flaunt money in that way. And I don't think Janine was intentionally doing it. I think it was more of a conversation about herself, her businesses and stuff. And I think when you are a successful woman, it is nice to talk about your success, but probably not the stadium to do it in.
Not day 14. That's a day 4 conversation, not a day 14 conversation. So, I have multiple friends. I feel most of them fall on this side of the spectrum of this. Internally for me, I feel that when it's time to vote for the winner of Survivor, there's an inherent thing for me, and I could be wrong. You can tell me how you feel. I feel that a component, not the component, but a component is that vote can change someone's life.
Yes.
And so if you're we had one season, the owner of the Florida Marlins baseball team, I am never voting for him to win. Mike White Lotus. I am never voting for him to win $1 million. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, I wish there was a differentiation between being able to vote for sole survivor and someone who you want to give the money to.
Right.
I mean, that's not the premise of the show, and I totally get that. But you do come up with that sort of moral dilemma where, say, even, for example, last year when we had Kaylin and Miles, I'm not saying Miles is super affluent or anything. Miles is on his own. He's doing his own thing. He works in finance. But Miles can make his own money. Miles he's clever enough to make his own money. Where on the other hand, you have Kaylin, who's a 27-year-old who has been doing a PhD and his master's and all this kind of stuff. And he's like a professional student at this point who's sort of never really had that taste of having any sort of financial freedom. So there is that one point in your head where you're thinking, Miles could make this money on his own, whereas this is taking Kaylin ages to get here, and it might take him ages to get further. And maybe you do want to give him a leg up, but then there's also the element for me as someone who is such a big fan of the show. There is no way in hell that I could give money to the person that didn't deserve it. Yeah, like I just can't do it. Like, I respect the game too much to then give someone who is a millionaire, anyone, that money, but then I also respect it too much to give the title of sole survivor to someone who doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. Like, so what did you think of AJ's financial status in the game?
Well, we didn't know. So AJ kept it pretty mum about his wealth, I would say. Yeah. So we didn't know that he played poker. We didn't know he was a poker champion. Basically what he told us at the start was he had a startup company with a friend, and they were sort of in a bit of production, in a bit of game work, like producing games, but also TV shows and stuff like that. And it was very, very startup level. And we sort of not never really got into the nitty gritty of finances. And honestly, there wasn't many people that were very open and honest with how much money surrounded their lifestyle. There were some that were very, very open, some that you could pick out. I think the thing with me was really difficult.
One of them, I'm sure, asked for a manager weekly. Just a guess.
But yeah, even with me, people like a lot of people assumed because my husband is a professional athlete that I come from a very nice, wealthy background. Which, I mean, if you know Australian sports, you kind of know that that's really not anywhere in comparison to American sports. So it's very, very different. But there was that judgment on me already. So that kind of sucked. But a lot of people weren't very forthcoming with their wealth. And I think when the people were, it really, really grated a lot of people's gears, because we're sitting there trying to play this game to win this, what is life-changing money for a lot of people. And you have someone saying, oh, I made that 10 times over last year.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, right? Why are you here?
Go.
Unless you're a professional rugby player and you know, and you're one of 4 they have on every season.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah.
They're you know, the Mike Whites of the world is just like, oh, this would be really fun fantasy camp shit for me. And I'm just like, you know what? Kind of fuck you. Season 50 for, you know, Jeff Probst is like, yeah, Mike White kept texting me, asking if he could come back and play. So of course the answer is yes. And I'm just like, how about, of course, this asshole who's a multimillionaire is taking a spot from some, like, it's just like, dude, you did fantasy camp.
Johnny, I think you've just lost your cameo on the White Lotus right there.
I've never seen White Lotus, so it's okay.
It's fabulous. I'm not going to lie. Fabulous. Your cameo's gone out the window.
It's fine. I can live with that. So, and from what I've seen, if you blink, you miss the cameo anyway, right? Just saying.
Valid.
All right. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page across the world. That warms the heart. So, well, it's immunity time. It's a big one. You have to go with the monkey fist on a pole, add some poles, go over some stuff, go under some stuff, and then eventually stack some blocks. And it's a lot. And
I have beef with that monkey toss. I swear to God. They made it so much easier in this one. They had a huge ring you could get it in. Mine was this tiny little V, and I was throwing this thing.
Welcome to my world.
I had like calluses all over my fingers, and I was like, how did you do this?
Same, trying to get that V. Nothing but calluses.
I was so mad because I was like, it was one of those ones. It's like the next stage, only 5 people get in the next stage, and I was one of the 5 that got there, and I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah. And then I get there, and I'm like, I'm just swinging it like a lunatic. And I was like, how does anyone actually get that? Like, that's insane. But yeah, sorry, that's my own personal beef with the monkey toss. We can get back to this challenge.
No. I was just like, there's no way Janina's doing this. And then she did. And I'm not sure if Sari did. Like, I feel like I never saw Sari doing the stacking part until like there's literally like an insert of Sari but like,
you see her like kind of in the back?
No, you never see her kind of in the back. There's literally just a shot of it. Like, I think like they finished the challenge and like, hey, Sari, can you stand here with the thing just so we have a shot of you with the thing?
Well, to be fair, like in these challenges, and I really don't want to like take away the TV magic of it all, but they like these stacking ones especially, they go for a very, very long time.
Yeah,
they go for a very long time, and they're cut down to like a few minutes. So there was a few from our season that like I think went for like an hour and a half long, and they made it cut down to 5 minutes, made it look like one of the towers never fell when they fell 5 times, just because you kind of just got to speed up. We don't have enough time to watch that. We got to figure out who's winning. So I mean, there was definitely the possibility that they all got there towards the end and they were all stacking, and we're just kind of focused on the 2 that are closest.
I don't think so. I think I really think Sari, like literally, they're just like they were about to leave. They're like, all right, head back to camp. And they're like, hey, Sari,
like just let me try one.
Yeah, just let me try it. Sure. Hey, can you guys get just a do a selfie of Suri trying, and they placed in the selfie. So maybe not, but as I said, I'm looking. I'm like there were very few like peripheral views of the challenge, and Suri is not there. So,
Can't tell
that's
you.
fine. Girl don't need to be there.
Pardon?
Girl doesn't need to be there. She goes, they're holding my place at dinner. I don't
She's
need
fine.
to be there.
Pop's gonna play her idol for her. It's fine.
Yeah, Pop's gonna play her idol for me.
I mean,
There's no
she's chilling right now. I'm a bit, I don't know. My predictions for next ep are a bit questionable. I am a bit worried for Suri next episode. Actually, I'm not seeing her in a final three. Like, and I know, like her and Parv are like that tight, and Janine and Luke seem super tight, but they have like what 20 years, 17 years they said of that friendship. That's not.
I was there 17 years ago with Suri and Parv.
So I mean, I don't know. I have like a gut feeling that one of the two Aussies is probably going to get immunity, and I don't know why they keep doing this, but they're going to take out Suri. They're not going to take out Parvati. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's happening. Like, why are they fumbling this so hard? Like, Parvati is your biggest threat. She said that from day one. She's the biggest threat, and her name has not been written down once.
I think Parvati wins the final. I think Parvati wins the final challenge.
I honestly,
it's endurance. I mean, like,
endurance. She's a queen. Like, I see the setup for this. I see Parvati winning, and we know she's an endurance queen. So, like, for me in my head, to get to that point, it has to be Suri goes next. The final three is Luke, Janine, Parv. She wins the final, whatever. And I think I would bet all my money on Parv taking it home.
I think we only have one more challenge. I think Parv wins the final deal, standing on the pegs. Oh, there goes an iguana. And I think and she
final four challenge.
Final four, and then we're gonna have a final three. I think. You think it's a final two?
No, because all I'm remembering from our
last, they keep saying final three.
Three challenge. It was a final three challenge. Kaylin won and then had to pick because it was a final two in our season.
I think it's going to be a final three this season. I don't know why.
I mean, given what Channel 10 has given us, which is bloody nothing, we have no idea when the final's actually going to be. So we don't know how many people are going to be in it. So we're all just spitballing here. But it's looking like it's a final three, given the state of.
Well, if it's a final three, we're down to four. Parv is winning that final endurance thing, standing on the pegs and holding much less weight than Luke Toki.
Yeah,
and I don't think she cut Suri.
So what? Then we go to a 2-2 vote. Fire making Suri loses. Is that what happens?
Maybe. Maybe.
If it comes down to fire and Suri's so it would be what? Parv wins. She's votes for the two stick together.
Yeah.
And then it goes to 2 against 2, 1 against 1 in a fire making challenge for the final three. Then they all sit at final three.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, that sounds right, and I don't love it.
I'm not loving it either. I'm also not loving the Luke show at the minute. I've seen enough.
I prefer the Luke we've seen the last 2 episodes versus Dum Dum Luke the first.
Yeah. But what do you mean? Dum Dum Luke came right out at Tribal Council. What the hell was the night?
Dum Dum Luke made a surprise return at the end of the episode. But
hell?
prior to that.
Like, you're telling me you've just lied to your number one ally, told her you don't have an idol. Then you've gone back, flipped on Parvati and told her you lied to make her rip up her advantage, which makes her more distrustful after she ripped it up to trust you. And then you've lied to her about it. And then at Tribal, then you tell Janine, here you go. Also, I've still got one. Bridges burnt everywhere. You're burning Janine. You're burning Parvati. what the helly?
All,
Like,
all of
fooled me.
all of that works if you give Shaunie your idol.
Exactly. But he
But
didn't.
otherwise, it's all for
Then
naught.
what was the point?
What
All
was
I'm
the
saying
point?
is he's showing himself as distrustful when all he's tried to do is build trust with Janine and Parvati, and in one fell swoop, burnt.
Yeah,
Like, I get
yeah.
keeping secrets, but that's not the type of secrets I'm keeping. Like, that's, you're lying straight to their face and then flaunting it back in their face and then still saying, trust me.
Yeah, trust me.
What?
Wow.
Like, I'm seriously, I was the most confused watching this tribal council tonight because I just didn't understand where Luke was going with it. I was on
I
the
don't
Luke.
think he did.
I'm not even sure Luke knew where Luke was going with it. I'm not sure.
I
We
think
don't have to ask him.
I think Luke wanted that option available, and then he was like, "No." But I think all that was done to have that option, and it's like, all right, I get that, but it's just like, maybe make that decision before you do, so.
And look, I get it. Like, there is not a lot of time, like, before tribal council. Like, it is a mad rush. Like, it is like you're there for sometimes an hour, sometimes 20 minutes where you have that scramble. Yeah. But in that scramble, or in that day, you straight up lied to your number one ally from like day one in this game. You flipped back on Parvati and told her you lied to her after gaining her trust and ripping up her advantage that could take your idol. Like, and then flipping it back at tribal, and it's all with a cheeky grin of like, are we trusting each other? It's like, no, babes, we already established trust. Yeah. So what the hell are you doing?
One of us has a 750 credit score of trust.
Do you know what the funny thing? I feel like our credit score in Australia is on a different system, and I feel like 750 is really low. But Jonathan, being like, I think Jonathan has an American side to him, that he picked that up and he was like, yeah, I'm running with this. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, 750 is pretty low.
No, 8. I think 8 is perfect.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure ours is like up like in the thousands.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, Suri, 750? Girl, come on.
Girl, pay some bills on time. Jeez. Try winning a season of Survivor.
I'm pretty sure 750 is not fabulous.
Yeah. So.
I'm actually going to Google this on my phone. Sorry, what's our next bit? What are we talking about?
All right. So, we're still in immunity. Shaunie is with the early lead, and then fuck that wind. The wind is never anyone's friend on Survivor, and Luke wins, and he reveals that he's in a crazy. He can be in a crazy mood tonight if he chooses to, and make a crazy move if he chooses to. Don't worry, he doesn't. Parv is annoyed, and so Janine doesn't know that Luke. Janine knows that Luke doesn't have an idol, and Parv's like, "Are you sure? Maybe you should ask him."
I do like that about Parv, though. That conversation she had, I liked that she didn't flip completely and say, no, I know he's told me an idol. She was like,
the truth of everything. Yeah,
that's her thing. Hey, she's like, maybe double check, babes.
Yeah,
like, maybe check on that.
Like, I'm sure you're right because you're a genius. You literally spent 90 minutes before the challenge telling us how great you are. So I'm sure you're correct. However, just double check.
That is something that's like, that shows how good of a social game she has, because it's not someone who's bluntly going in your face like, I know more than you do. I'm in a better position than you do. It's saying, hey, maybe my spidey senses are tingling here, maybe double check. And then her being proven right, it shows how good her game is. Like, and then this is they're just letting her walk. They're all paving a path to the finish. Lisa just laid down her life. Lisa just this game and goes, Cerie's in it. Here, vote me out. I love her. I love it. Just vote me out.
She's got my vote. In case you guys are wondering, she has my vote. It was like, we know.
If Cirie doesn't get to the final 3, Lisa's just going to cry on the bench. She's like, who's my vote going to now?
Oh, she's not even going to. She's quitting. She's quitting the jury. She's like, I'm not. If I can't vote for Cirie, I'm not voting.
I get it. I love the super fandom in her, but I'm also like, baby girl, you got chose to be like, to play with the best of the best. Play with them. Don't just sit there and like kiss their feet. Play with them. Come on.
No. It's not in the cards. So, Luke denies he has it. Shaunie knows that she should have won immunity, and I'm here. And she's like, worst case scenario, I think we're kind of, sort of, maybe-ish Aussie strong. And I'm just like, but I feel like she's thinking the same thing I am. Maybe there's not an Aussie strong right here that involves Shaunie.
I don't think there's been an Aussie Strongs with Shaunie sort of since merge.
I don't even know if there was one then.
Yeah, I don't. I think Shaunie's big move was taking out George, and then it was like, all right, I rest my cap. Like,
Yeah.
she's done. She's like, that I've come to do what I need to do, other than to get that check. And she's like,
Yeah.
I'm good. And she's made it through, and she's killed it. She's just played like a really, like a small social game and done well to get herself to that point. But yeah, like she's got to this point now where it's like,
Yeah.
what else?
Well, she is smart enough to say, she's sitting there, and this is the cute Shaunie that we all know and love, and this is what we've been waiting for this entire season. To which she sits down with Barb and Sari. She's like, "Look, I'm just looking for some friends," and
so cute. I love it. Her little one-liners like that is what makes her so lovable on TV.
Yeah.
It was just like, she's just like, I'm just a baby girl looking for some friends, and we're like, oh,
yes. So and I'm not a keynote speaker for fun. Actually, I give one-word answers. Most of them are Jonathan. I'm just like, oh my God, the Shaunie of it all. That is her answer to a lot of things. Jonathan.
But that's the thing as well. I think that's what, like, you've got to give credit to Shaunie's game for that, because she does keep it quiet, but those little tiny seeds that she puts in are really things that can sprout. Like, if you're telling someone you've got a keynote speaker who does it for fun and you want to sit next to her at Final Three, I hate public speaking. Oh, all I say is one word. Like, that sows seeds of doubt to be like, do I want to sit next to Shaunie, or do I want to sit next to Janine? Who can beat me in that Final Three pitch? Like, she is pitching for her life, but she's doing it so subtly. And that's the art of Shaunie, which I really, really love.
I think if Janine had an ounce of humility, this works, but I don't think she does. And I really think the 90-minute resume read of Janine locked it in for everyone. They're just like, yeah, no one is giving her a single vote.
Yeah. And I think it took me until after the episode to understand, like, why are they sticking so hard with Janine? And I really had to think about it, because obviously I was coming on to chat with you tonight, and I was like, why are they sticking with Janine? Like, Shaunie is clearly like less of a threat here, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, actually, do you know what? I wouldn't be handing money to Janine either. So I probably do want to sit next to her, because who's going to hand a woman who owns, I don't know if it's in the billions or millions, but I'm going to say Boost is a big chain. Who's going to want to hand?
She bought all of her competition. She explained all of them. That she's like, oh, and then I got Salsa, and then I got Sari, not Siri like you.
Not Siri. Come on, you've been with her for what, 15 days now, 14 days?
Yes.
But I feel like that editing is like, that's what Australian Survivor is really good at the editing, of showing those really, really small moments that seem insignificant, that are quite pivotal. Like that moment of a conversation, that kind of conversation happens a lot, and you just don't see it on camera, because they're just general chats that happen a lot. That I feel like is going to be pivotal. I feel like that conversation is going to be stuck in the brains of the final four that we have left, the final five we have left. How many do we have left? Four. Stuck in their brains of, I've got this company, and I've sold this one, and I've got this one, and I've got this one, and I've got this one. That is going to be now forever stuck in their brain. And I think it's really, really great editing to show that kind of just really conversational chat at that pivotal point. Like, I think the production team snaps to them, because now we're going to see why, if Janine does get to the finals or the final three, why they're not going to want to vote for her, because I wouldn't.
Well, I mean, you literally see Parv and Sari, like, you can't smack the smiles off their faces. They're just like, are you hearing this shit? I mean, so it's like what you call Russell Hantz on his first season of Samoa. Here's the insanity of it all. So, like, the final three, I believe, is like the doctor, Russell, and the girl that won.
Is this just when you're saying you keep the million? I'll give you the million. Just give me the title.
Well,
Is this
no,
what-
prior to that. That was after the fact. Natalie White wins. Sorry, no disrespect, Natalie White. She's a wonderful person, much more wonderful than Russell. Trust me, I know them both. But no, Russell was sitting there going to the final three, and he was just like, "Hey, he's a doctor. He don't need money. Blah blah blah." And she ain't done nothing. Blah blah. He's like, "I'm rich. I'm a old type." Russell was
Wrong speech.
Oh, but it's worse. It's so much worse. Russell at that time was literally living in a trailer with buckets for where water was coming in from the roof.
I've heard this.
He was lying. He was not an oil tycoon. He was broke, and he lied about having money. Why are you lying like that? I did Survivor. I was senior art consultant for like this amazing gallery. And they're just like, "Hey, Fairplay." I'm like, "I'm broke. I got no money. I don't think there's a bill I paid in 2 years. Oh my God, please, I need the money." And I was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that. This dude's lying, saying he has money.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of the opposite with me. Like like at the time, and I still am now. Like I'm a full-time student. Like I'm about to finish my bachelor's degree. So I haven't worked in a little while. I take care of both my kids. But because my husband is an athlete and everyone knew that from the start, not that I told anyone, they figured it out, which was very frustrating. It was this immediate thought of putting me up there higher. And I was like, "Baby girl, I don't work. I don't have a job." I was like, "I need that cash. Please stop putting me up there." I'm like, there are people here that are like a million times richer than me. I'm like, come on, like, do not put me up there. But I was immediately put up there with people thinking I was wealthy without me even saying that. And I was like, I don't have a job. Like, come on.
Even if your husband is wealthy, you're allowed to make your money too. Like I do what I do. My fiance, she's executive host at a casino. Collectively, we work towards things, whatever. But at the same time, she's just like, "I'm not waiting on Jonny Fairplay to win $1 million on Survivor." She's like, "I'm going to get mine."
Duh. Yeah, exactly.
So you're allowed to get yours too.
Yeah, my worth shouldn't be dependent on my husband's job. And I think, that was a big, it was something that was really misconstrued in my season that made me really annoyed, because I was just like, bitch, take me for like my face value for what I'm telling you. But a lot of people, they don't. I mean, it's Survivor. It's Survivor.
Well, you look for it. If I was with you, I'm cool with your story. If I'm not with you, I'm using it against you.
Exactly.
So it's frustrating. All right. Well, let's see. Parva's like, "Why does Janine not know about Luke's idol and I do?" Which is a very good question.
Poverty. Good question.
To which she asked Luke that question. He is like, "Oh, because I don't really have one."
Look, I get it in terms of like Luke defending himself, but after Parvati has shown you that trust of literally ripping up her advantage to take your idol, and then you telling her to her face, "I bluffed you."
I think Luke,
baby, we're not out of the game yet. Don't say that.
I think Luke really decided when he voted. I think that answer is correct if you're saving Shaunie. And I think he really decided, I think he was probably up there for a while.
Yeah.
And I think he was just like, I mean, and literally talking it out, and and probably the camera guy's like, "Yeah, maybe." So no, I think he played it to the absolute fullest if the Shaunie move is gonna take place, but he was like, "Am I gonna do the Shaunie move?"
Yeah. I mean, he played it out for the camera, which I love. I mean,
Yeah.
when we're watching Survivor, especially as fans, we're not looking for a complete gamebot season. Like if we had 24 game bots. It's not that interesting. We're looking for the entertainment. We're looking for that indecisiveness where, am I going this way? Am I not? Like, that's what gives you entertainment. It builds suspense. That's what we're looking for. So he did it well in that regard. But I also, like, in my honest belief, I still am not sure that he knew what he was doing. Honestly, it's giving me Max. It's giving me Max vibes. If you look back at our Brains versus Brawn 2, when Max was sort of in the hot seat and was trying to go one way or the other and he still wasn't deciding for a while, it's giving me flashbacks to that. It's giving me, he wanted to be in power, but he didn't know which way he was going, and I feel like he made the wrong move.
It's actually given me the remember the 3-episode arc where AJ's a dum-dum? And then we completely ignored that it ever happened. But there's 3 episodes where, like, he's literally getting dum-dum music. He's wearing the stupid hat. And it's just like, I remember all the episodes up until now where AJ's smart. And then every episode after that 3-episode arc, he's smart again. And I'm like, what is this edit?
What happened there? We don't know.
We don't know. We had a fill-in guy that just
we had some intent that was against him.
He got the wrong note cards for it. It's just like, so who's this AJ guy? And it was Max's card. He was like, oh, cool, I can do that edit. and then the other guy comes back from vacation. He's like, what the fuck happened the last 3 episodes? They're like, oh yeah, he got the wrong card.
It is very, like, it's very interesting how they do the editing, and I would love to be sort of a fly on the wall when they do edit these scenes, because there is so much that happens. Like, there is so much that happens that just, it doesn't get aired, or half the conversations get cut, and there's so much context that doesn't get shown. And I think the one thing that really sucks for a lot of people, not just me, but like for a lot of people, is that, like, you can't see a lot of the reasoning behind their gameplay, because if it doesn't play into the storyline of the winner, or the winner versus this person, or whatever, it kind of gets cut. So there is a lot of people that, like, you'll look at and be like, they had no gameplay at all, they didn't do well at this, they didn't do that, but, like, behind the scenes, like, they're killing it, they're doing well, they're hustling, they're pitching, they're doing heaps, but you don't see it because, I mean, it's a short episode. What was it, like an hour tonight? Like, how are we supposed to fit in a whole day in an hour when you've got the most, like, the 5 biggest scheming minds sitting on a beach? Like I want to all day, like, give me a live feed, like Big Brother. I want to watch that. Give me live feed.
Going back to Brains v Brawn 2, Laura and Miles are beyond tight, and that is not a story.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing. Laura and Miles were really tight from, like, literally the jump. Laura was protecting Miles from day one. Miles's name was out there constantly, and Laura was probably his biggest defender.
Or Kent talking was also Miles's biggest defender.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
hey, get rid of Miles or you.
There's a lot of times where Miles was, like, his name was thrown up as the split vote or something, and Laura would really push for that not to happen, or to put it somewhere else, or to, like, really solidify that the split wasn't going to happen to make sure that Miles was safe. And you don't see that relationship at all.
No.
And that's one of the interesting things about reality TV. And this is, like, taking away from, like, my season, is when I watch reality TV, I watch it with a completely different lens now.
Same.
Because I'm like, I don't believe what you're telling me.
No, I believe this, but I don't believe that.
Yeah, like, I can see the conversations happening, but I'm like, what day did that happen? Did that happen 20 minutes before that happened? Or did that happen a day ago? Like, I know it's all fitting a narrative, and I love it. It's so entertaining for us. But as someone who's played the game, I know that there's a lot left out, there's a lot that's cut, and there's a lot that doesn't make the edit that makes a lot more sense for everyone else. But if everyone got their in-depth story, we'd be still watching my season now a year later. So
well, episode 2 of this season, the George and Kirby conversation about Janine that airs at the beginning of the episode is the right before tribal conversation.
Wait, which conversation are we talking about? What are they saying?
When they're debating between the Golden God and Janine, who to get rid of. So that conversation is shown at the beginning of the episode between George and Kirby, and she's like, "Oh, well, what about this?"
There is a high chance I was drunk at a viewing party for this, so I missed this.
Yeah, well, it's just a cover, like, it's Kirby is like, what if we do the Golden God instead of Janine? That like George, that was the conversation right before Tribal, but the edit of the episode is the episode starts with Kirby going, what if we do the Golden God instead of Janine? And then that story builds throughout.
Yeah.
The conversation all day long is Janine.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like Survivor editors, they're fantastic. I mean, there's so many times that I watched an episode and I know that the conversation that they showed was only a 5-minute conversation or a 2-minute conversation when the conversation for the rest of the day was someone else's name completely.
Yeah.
So they show you the narrative that leads up to it, which is what makes it so entertaining and what makes it a fantastic show. But there is so many more conversations. So, like everyone is talking about everyone. Like if you hear your name, and this is why you can't be spiteful when you hear your name, because your name is going to be thrown around because everyone's
at some point. It has to.
At some point. And if you think that your name's not going to get thrown around, why are you on Survivor, babes? Like this is why you have to like kind of chill and be like, okay, yep, my name's been thrown around. I'm not going to take immediate revenge. I'm just going to sit with it and see what I can do with this information. But everyone is talking about everyone. And if you're not playing the game because everyone is a threat to you. Because at the end, there's one winner, right? And if it's not you, it's someone else. So if everyone's talking about you, come on.
Well, if they're absolutely positively not saying your name, then they're definitely saying your name.
Exactly. And then the other reason is if they're not saying your name is that you're going to get dragged to a final and you're going to be a 0-vote finalist, babe. Like that's the only other reason.
I think scarier is you're not hearing it because they're doing a really good job of not saying it in front of you and it's you.
Yeah. I mean, well, when it's in like sort of like a big tribe, it's very, very easy to get around. But when you sort of get to those smaller numbers and you're not hearing your name and you're not hearing distinct things and it's not exactly, we're not 100% sure. It could be, it's like, oh, it's me. Oh,
it's like, you guys know I'm here, right? And they're like
I can see that group of 8 just standing right there. Like I can see you guys. We're on a 30-meter beach. You know that, right?
Well, unless you're Miles and Jesse has his own idea for an alliance that doesn't include you when you're sitting beside him. It worked out perfect for Jesse.
He's sweet, Jesse.
Yes,
all right.
So. He got his skateboard. It's good. All right, we're at Tribal. The jury members have flowers in their hair. That's nice.
We've done that. Do you know what the weird thing was? Is that was like, so this was filmed back to back with our season. And our season, we literally did this exact same thing. Hang on. We all have flowers in our hair on our jury thing. And they hadn't watched our season because it filmed back to back. And I was like, twinning. Love that for us.
There we go. Congrats.
Anyway, cute side note. Continue.
Luke gives his immunity to Janine, and it's just like, okay, well, I feel like the decision has now officially been made, but has it? He breaks out his idol, and to which Parv is like, that's great, but am I going to use my idol on, because I have one, am I going to use it on me or me or Sari? To which Luke says, well, I could also use mine on me or Shaunie. And I'm just like, well, if you're not going to, why are you even saying that out loud?
See, this is what I don't understand. Like, it feels vaguely threatening.
Yeah.
And I know that someone does
to what end?
But yeah, someone does have to threaten Parvati to make her feel slightly uncomfortable because she's got so much power. But Luke's trying to build, like, out of everyone we've seen, obviously he's tight with Janine, but he's not trying to build that trust with Sari. He's trying to build that trust with Parvati. So then to look her straight in the eye and say, I could use mine for Shaunie. Like, what are we challenging here? I thought we were trusting each other. Why would you do that? Like, that is so chaotically confusing to me.
Yeah. I mean, unless you have a conversation that we don't see in which he's just like, hey, this episode's a dud and I'm just going to say some crazy shit, but don't worry, you're good.
Yeah.
That's the only way I allow it.
There is always that potential as well to throw off Shaunie in case there was a thought of Shaunie having an idol and playing it. Like, there's always backups upon backups of why he would have said that, but I don't know. I kind of just think he just went out there and just went, I could do it too.
Yeah, it is like, yeah. So, all right, well, Suri wants to show the world you can play an honest game. Relax, Suri. I like you when you're not honest. So, calm down. It's time to vote, and if anyone has an idol, now would be the time to do so. Luke and Par play for each other, but it's kind of JLP was kind of a dick right here. And I'm the biggest JLP supporter on the planet, but it's just like, okay, we'll say at the same time. And JLP is like, great, but Parv, you go first. And I'm
Yeah.
just like,
They're both like,
we're doing it at the same time. He's like, great, Parv, go first once again. And I'm just like, JLP, stop it.
yeah.
Same
Well,
time.
this was my question. I was like, can you take it back? I feel like I've seen seasons where someone said, I'm playing it for this. And then he's been like, you're playing. And then they're like, actually, no.
Yeah.
Before I sit down, I'm playing it for, like, I feel like she could have taken it back if Luke did something there.
And
but
I also feel that neither one of them said the other person's name. I think they both said.
That just shows like how like Luke had built up this much trust, and then like literally within a day had crumbled it to pieces to the point where Parvati was like, like if he hadn't have done that, I feel like they would have both been comfortable to go up there and be like, switch idols. 1, 2, 3, Parvati, Luke. Like I felt like they would have been comfortable doing that. I mean, we don't see it all, so I can't say that would have been a definite, but I just feel like he burnt bridges tonight, and it was really, really obvious.
But I don't understand, Parv go first, Parv go first, Parv go first. It's just like, fuck you, I'm not doing that. And then it's like, okay, well then I guess say it, but I still need Parv to go first, but whatever. Neither one of them say a name. He's like, all right, good enough, we're done. I'm like,
no, I think JLP's got the hots for Parv. I don't think he said Parvati's name fully once. It's always Parv. I think JLP is just like, I love Parvati. Right. He's obsessed. He's like, Parvati first, my queen. Go ahead.
You know what? I am not upset about the idea of a JLP Parv couple. I like it better than her and the Golden God.
Quite an age gap. There would be quite an age gap.
How is the Golden God? Oh wait, never mind. He's not available. What am I saying? They played together. They played together on Deal or No Deal Island.
I know. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes. So no, JLP and the Golden God. Maybe I guess there's some years in between.
What?
I guess JLP's a little older than the Golden God.
I think JLP's pushing 60.
Well, then he is the best looking 60-year-old man on the planet.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like when we got back, I was like, someone said that to me, and I was like, surely not. And I Googled it, and
I feel like the Golden God's 61.
Oh no, he's not pushing 60. He's 56. So I'll give him two credits. He's not pushing, but still 56. What's Parv? Should Parv be 40?
I don't know. I feel like we're.
I don't want to comment on a woman's age.
Yeah, I'm 51. Let's see. Oh no. Parv, shallow. Oh geez. Age. Come on. 42.
Okay, I was around about right.
Yeah, that could work.
It could work.
Yeah,
so I don't know if he's married. I'm sorry if he is and he has a wife. I'm so sorry about this.
Yeah, I'm 51 and
we're just shipping them.
My fiance is 43, I think. Sounds right. So that's close-ish.
Yeah, close enough.
Who's to say? All right. Well, it is Shaunie is voted out. So sorry, Shaunie. And of course, Suri catches another stray for a misspelled stray.
Misspelled stray.
Oh boy.
There goes the line, everybody.
Oh no. Was it empty?
Give me 1 second.
Oh no. This is bad news bears, guys. It's always that last sip that throws off the weight, folks. And and you learn these lessons here at Reality After Show. So if you too are enjoying a nice wine beverage at 1 a.m. Australian time, or even 10 a.m. East Coast American time, watch out for that last sip when you go to put down your whoopsies. It happens to the best of us. Well, guess what? Sunday night, it's pegs and weights, and
is this our finale?
That's it. One episode. It was 3-3-3-1 for whatever insane reason. Why would you burn through 10 episodes in that way?
I'm a bit annoyed. In Australia, it's Father's Day on Sunday, so it's really going to mess up the calendar for me.
Oh.
But luckily, my dad is a big Survivor fan, so I'm just going to have to rope him in.
Oh, there we go. So, well, we get Shaunie's potentially final confessional, and she says it's time to hang up the little red dress forever, and she's coming for Jonathan's job. And I'm like, little do you know.
Very interesting for the editors to keep that in, don't we?
Right?
Think? Very interesting.
That was kind of crazy.
Subtle foreshadowing? I don't know.
I would imagine Jonathan's watching this episode going, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm actually loving, like, I've seen Jonathan post on Insta and stuff, and like all his little subtle digs. And I mean, like, this is not me against Channel 10 and Mole. Please keep me back on one time, guys.
Yeah.
But like, as a host, the way he was ousted, it is very entertaining. It's like another show for me right now, just watching his subtle digs. Like, he's usually so cool and calm, and the only time I ever see him being sort of spicy is if someone sort of made a comment and he likes the comment, and that's as far as he usually goes. But now he's like keyboard warring, and I'm like, get it, JLP.
Yeah, no, he's worse than Luke versus Miles on Twitter.
Oh dear. I mean,
that story found its way to Reddit. It's great.
That's a whole thing in itself, isn't it?
It sure is. So, well, speaking of Miles, Miles will be joining us finale Sunday. Sweet Logan, we would love to have you and Laura. We're the four beautiful faces sitting here on the screen for the final. I'm down if you're down, and everyone else is down.
I should be down. Might be half drunk, but you know what? That's when I'm at my best. So
there we go. According to the comments.
According to the comments.
never read the comments.
Guys, it's only been half a bottle of wine. I swear, I just tipped it over.
Yeah, there we go.
It's actually very funny to notice how I'm the clumsiest person in the world, but somehow did quite well at immunity challenges, being a clumsy person. So
it happens to the best. Every dog has his day, as the cool kids say. I don't think they do, but that's fine. So, well, I'm at Jonny Fairplay on the things. Join me live. The premiere season 49 Survivor. I'm not doing anything because I'm going to be on the floor with Rob Lowe on Fox, followed by 99 to Beat, a new show with Aaron Andrews and Kim Jung, and myself and Cara Maria from The Challenge. I'm on the floor. She's on 99 to Beat with Sandra.
Friends with Cara Marie? I need that question answered.
I am, and we're going to be in Boston. We're going to be at Essex Rooftop Lounge. It is the coolest bar in all of Boston. So we'll be on the rooftop with 2 huge screens and big speakers and all the things. Go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com to get tickets. Also, October 15th, I'm going to be in Chicago with Jam Jam. Ultra VIP party. It's $100 a person, but wait, you get free beer, free wine, free champagne, free liquor, free food, a Jonny Fairplay and Jam Jam t-shirt. There's a big theater viewing deal. It's nuts. It is freaking insane. I think there's 3 tickets left to that. So, and then there's more stuff. I'm doing Portland, Oregon, and I believe Cincinnati. So anyway, we got more stuff. Go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. Get your tickets now. So
if I could be there, I would.
I know. Well, you know what? LA might be one, and we might figure it out. But
might be able to link up in LA. I'll see you in October.
Well, sweet Logan, where can everybody find you on the socials?
We're just Logan Johannisen on Instagram and TikTok. It's where I do my best work. Slightly embarrassing, but it's fine. Find me over there. We're trying to figure out our niche. I don't know if you guys want Survivor content from me or if we're looking at different avenues of my life, but pop me down a comment and let me know what you want to hear from me. I'm loving doing the podcast. We love Jonny, obviously. So want to see more of me? Let me know. If you don't, leave a hate comment and I'll probably cry about it.
Oh, guys, don't leave a hate comment. Jeez Louise. So, all right. With that, everybody like, subscribe, leave a comment. That controls the algorithm. And until next Sunday, the grand final, I'm Jonny. That's sweet, sweet Logan. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.